It's me, Renee. I'm back. So yesterday I did a video on all the series I finished. This is a video on all the series I'm working on. Or yeah, so I'd say in the middle of. Some of them I'm not in the middle of, but yeah. Again, some of these are companion series, but I'm gonna count them, and I don't know. I kind of feel like if a publisher calls it a series, I'm gonna call it a series. And if you disagree, well, boo hoo for you. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it because yeah, there's actually quite a few here as well. Not as many as yesterday's video, but quite a few here. And also, I have some on audiobooks, so I'm going to talk about those afterwards. But first, the ones I have here, and some of the books I have are kind of the ones I need to read, and some of them are kind of like a stand-in for a book that I don't have. And yeah, so remember Jamie Baker, which is the third one in the Jamie Baker series. Third and final. This is a trilogy. Very good. I plan to read it soon. It's all about superheroes, but it has superheroes in it, but I would say it's kind of more day to day being a normal teen, but with superheroes in it. It's not superheroes with some side things. It's more based around teen drama, though there's also some other stuff. And yeah, really excited to read this last book. Well, sad and excited, but excited because it will be in the end. And then we have the Maggie Help series, which is at this point in time, I think there's actually 12 books around that. It's an adult spy series. I've read the first three. Yeah, three. And I bought a lot of them yesterday, last year. Then after I ordered them all, I realized that I ordered 5 to like 9, and then I realized that the book 4 isn't available. Well, it's not available where I looked for it, so I'm gonna have to get it someplace else. So I suppose I don't have to read all the books, but I want to read the 4th one as well. So yeah, but anyway, this is one of them, the My Hope series. And then we have The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, which is actually the first in the adult series, companion series, romance. I've read the second and the third. Haven't read this one yet, and can't plan to read it soon, though who knows. But yeah, and I just have this one left, and I'll finished. So yeah, there's a mix between like some book series where I just have one left, and some where I have a few left, and yeah. And then we have Skulldugger Pleasant. This one is Still Alive, which I've started. But yeah, this is the penultimate one. But the last one is coming out this August, I want to say. Of course, don't own that yet, but yeah. So this one and one more left. So 2 books left in this series or universe, because actually this is the second series of the same universe. Both series is called the same, Skulldugger Pleasant, and yeah. And then we have the League of Extraordinary Gentlewomen. This is the second one. The third one I don't have. I just order it. Well, I'm going to order it. And then the 4th one is coming this year, I want to say. And I also think there's coming a 5th one next year, if I'm not mistaken. I think I heard someone say that. At least there's at least one more coming. So yeah, there will be at least 4 books. At this point in time, I just read the first 2, one and this one. Want to read next one, of course. And then we have the Iranian series, which I just started. So I read this one, which is the first one. And I think so far there's 5 books. Yeah, 5 books. I don't think there's that long ago this one came out. But yeah, I think it's 5 books, 5 or 4 books out so far. And yeah, even though I just read this one, I'm definitely going to continue on the series. I just love it so much. New favorites. So yeah, very much enjoy to read more in the series. Very much enjoy. Yeah. And then we have The Duke Heist by Erica Riley, a new favorite book. I read it 2 weeks ago. I love it so much. And already there's a prequel out, and then there's a sequel out, and then there's coming at least a 3rd book. But like it's set around a family of siblings, so I'm thinking there might be 1 book for every sibling, though I don't know, maybe not. I mean, she doesn't have to, but I kind of hope so. So maybe. And then in that case, there's quite a lot of books because I think there's 6 siblings, 12, 12 or 6. For some reason, I think it's 12 or 6, around that. There's a lot of them, so yeah, have a lot more there to read. And then there's the Iron Fae. So this one is the first in the sequel series, which I've already read. Okay, so first you had Iron Fae series, and then you have this one, which is the blah 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 blah. Give me a moment. Which is the Call of the Forgotten series. This one being the third one in that one, I think. And then recently there's been a third series in this universe, centered around Puck. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. And I have the first one there, but I haven't read it yet. I want to. And then there's the sequel that is coming out. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 in that series. So yeah, I haven't read that yet. And then we have the second in the Blaze Rough games, which this one I just read the other week. And this is a duology, so I just have one more book in the series, but still counts. Then we have the Death in Paradise, which was originally a TV series, but then the creator of the TV series decided to write some books based on the characters. So this is, I think this is maybe the third one around that. And honestly, as far as I can tell, I think there's actually just 4 books in this series, even though the TV series has been on TV for like 15 years, I want to say. At least 10 plus years. I think it's season 12 now. So I suppose they could write more books. But I suppose because of the author being also the creator of the TV series, maybe he's tired, maybe he doesn't want to write, maybe doesn't want to be that much into this universe. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, as I said, there's 4 books out in like this universe series. I read the first one, so I have 3 more to go. I've started to listen to the second one on audiobook, and yeah. Then we have Underhooks, which this one is the first one, and then there's at least 2 more books, and I think there might be 4 books at least. This one is based around a friend gang, a group of friends, and yeah. So, but I suppose often like with adult romance books, you could end up doing like a book with the brother of one of the friends. I mean, you don't really all have to stick to the same guy. You could introduce characters and then in one book, and then next book that character has a book. That could happen. So I don't know how many books in the series will be, but I know it's at least 2 more. And yeah. Then we have the Sofia Khan series. So this was up until very recently the last one, and then I figured out earlier this year that there's a third one coming out this year. Very excited. This second one came out like 2-3 years ago, so there was kind of a big gap between the second and the third. I suppose that happens sometimes. And in a way, I kind of understood how this could be the end, but I really like how this is the third one coming out, since I loved the first one, and this one I enjoyed. I had thoughts on it, but I enjoyed it. Didn't love it, but I enjoyed it, and yeah, I really want to be back in this universe. So excited. And then we have the Heroine Complex, which was originally a trilogy, and then they came a spin-off series with same characters. But I suppose you can just read the one trilogy, and that way I have finished it because I read the first trilogy, but I haven't finished the second trilogy. Which second trilogy I've read the first of, but none of the others. So there's 2 more books in that series I haven't read. I'm not quite sure if both of them are out. I think at least one of them is out. But yeah, want to get them as well. And then we have the Queen's Council, which is another companion series, but it's the kind of same idea behind them. And I think there might be like the same helper or like side characters on the books. Yes, but so far I read the first one, which is this one, which is based around Beauty and the Beast. Second one is based around Milan, and the third one is based around Jasmine, I want to say. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I want to read the rest of the series. And it's one of those series with each book is by a different author, but it's the same concept. And yeah. And then we have the at Summerton series, which these are old covers. I just ordered the new covers, which I have bought the new covers, 2 of them at least, and then they're being released in new covers. And the third one is coming out in May. And I read this is the second one, and I read the first and second one. I never found the third one in the stores, so first time reading the third one. So yeah, I have one book to finish in this series, and then I'll finish with the series trilogy. Sad, but yeah, happy. And then we have The Curse of the Spectre Queen, which is the first in Underhooks. So this is the first one, and then the second book is coming out this year. I don't know as of now how many books are going to come out. I'm thinking, I suppose it could be a lot of books because it's not really it's not set in a school, and it's not really like, I suppose, yeah, in a theory you could have a lot of books in the series. It's a teen series, a YA series, but I suppose you could, I mean, some YA series have a lot of books in them, some have 6 books, so maybe there's a lot of them. I don't know, but at this point in time, there's at least one more. So yeah. Now we have Winter Keep, which is the 4th book in the Racing series. So Sea Sparrow is coming out in November, a 5th book, and I don't know if there's coming a 6th book, but at least there's at least one more. So yeah, one more at least in the series that I haven't finished. And then also the last book in the Arusha series is coming out in May, actually. Arusha and Nectar Immunity, which is the 5th and final book. And yeah, of course, it's not out yet, but I haven't read it because it's not out. So yeah. In addition to that, I also said I have some audiobooks. For example, give me a little moment. I have Spartan Destiny, which I just started by Jennifer Estep. This is the 3rd in a spin-off trilogy from the Mythos Academy. Well, it's in the same universe as the first series, but it's a different location. And yeah, different bad guys and all that stuff, of course. But yeah, just started that one. And then we also have, and then there's also the second book in the, I'm just going to double check what it's called. Give me a moment. Yeah, the second world in the Marked Girl series, so it's a duology. Second one being in the Broken World, and this is what again? Portal fantasy, where you have our world but also a different world, and there's portals between them. And yeah, I love the first book I read last year, so very excited to read the second one or listen to it on audiobook. And then there's also the last book in the Poirot series. I have read most of those books. I listened to some of them audiobooks, done both on some of them, but I actually never read the last audio Poirot book, and I kind of hold on because I don't want to read the last one. But I suppose I also kind of want to read it, so yeah. But yeah, Poirot and the Last Curtain, I haven't read. Kind of want to read maybe this year. Maybe I'll do it. Oh yeah, also Sherlock Holmes. So I have actually as a goal to read all the Sherlock Holmes stories this year. I did a lot of them on audiobook earlier this year, and I read a few of them earlier. I read The Hound of Baskervilles years ago. But yeah, I'm thinking I might be like halfway through them now because there's not like a lot of series. I think there's maybe around, because a lot of them are short stories, and I think there's just like 3 novellas. But I think all is kind of maybe like 100, maybe around that. And I have listened to a lot of them on audiobook. I think I listened to like 20 of them on audiobook, 21 or something like that, like in January. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of those out of the way. But yeah, and that's kind of the books I'm working on. Though I suppose there's also probably always books I'm forgetting, but that's kind of at least quite a few series I haven't finished with and working on still that I haven't enough. And yeah, if you want to talk about any of these series, please do. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.